My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I worked at IRS over a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in the IRS offer and compromise. Welcome to the YouTube home of the 5-minute video or less. I don't spend any more than 5 minutes telling you what you need to know. As a former IRS agent, not only did I teach the program, I accepted and denied offers and compromise. So I can look at an IRS offer that someone sends me, and I'll be able to tell you obviously whether it's going to be accepted or not. If it's too high, you don't have a chance, or you have to wait. So at the end of the day today, I'm going to talk to you about how you get the lowest offer and compromise. And you need to really know this because people send me offers to go ahead and look at and to review. I get them all across the country. I have a very large Facebook following from attorneys and CPAs and enrolled agents across the United States, and they send me their financial statements to look at and to make comments and question on them. And I've yet to accept a financial statement where that person could have got the lowest offer and compromise. So to get the lowest settlement possible, you must know the system itself. It's that simple. If for someone to try to explain the system to you, it's impossible. You have to work in this business day in and day out. As a teaching instructor, I've looked at thousands and thousands of cases, so to me it's second nature. But for you to know how to get the lowest offer, you need to know two things. What is IRS looking at, and how do you drive that? First of all, IRS is looking at your asset base. They want to know what is the total of your assets. If you use the lowest values you can, that's one way you can get a lower settlement, by knowing how to value your assets and how to use a distraint value for those. The other thing you can do is IRS is going to look at your income and expenses. One of the tips that I give you is you want to give them your income for the worst season in the last 3, 6, or 9 months. It drives your lower income down, so IRS will settle less. So those two tips alone can go ahead and drive your offer and compromise down significantly. You also must know the formula that IRS is going to go ahead and take the value of your assets, and then they're going to look at your income and expenses, and whatever you have left over, they're going to multiply by the life of the statute on your case. The best thing that you can do to get an offer and compromise accepted is to have a tax professional look at your financial statement and say it's good to go or it's not good to go. By all the time that anyone has sent me a financial statement, it's never been good to go, because there's always a way to drive your offer and compromise down lower if you know the methodologies, if you know the tricks, and you know the standard that IRS is using. If you do not give your current financial statement to a professional, do not give them a nickel for the offer and compromise. The only way a professional will know if it's the lowest possible settlement, listen to me, is to look at the IRS financial statement itself to know. If IRS is looking at that, then you have to give the professional that particular form so they can judge and let you know how low. Most of the time, if I get a financial statement, I can at least cut the settlement in half, and so can certain other people's, but you really want, I'm being honest with you, this isn't patting myself on the back or patronizing, but if you worked at IRS, you know the system. If you haven't, you're kind of experimenting with everyone's financial statement and trying to build up some protocols in your own mind. But I've worked at IRS, and I've accepted and reviewed them. Just go to a former IRS agent who was a revenue officer. They'll be able to tell you the lowest possible settlement you can get. Do not give anybody any money until you know the formula yourself and that person has convinced you, listen to me, that that's the lowest possible settlement. If you don't know the formula, don't give anybody your money and say, hey, What do you think you can do for me? Be part of the solution. You want to make sure all your tax returns are filed, and you want to make sure you're current on your taxes and you're not perpetuating debt. So if you want to go ahead and get the lowest possible settlement, you have to know the system. We're available for consultations, representation. If this was helpful to you, please give me a subscription. It's not that I need it. YouTube thinks the more subscriptions, they move my site up. If you'd like to leave a comment and say, Michael, do a YouTube, or ask me questions about what I said, leave a comment. Thank you so very much.